College students have Wi-Fi, professors, libraries, AI tools, and unlimited information. Prisoners have a concrete room and maybe one book. Yet some prisoners walk out more educated than people with four-year degrees. Sounds impossible, right? But one of the most powerful learning transformations in history happened inside a prison cell, and it reveals three brutal learning principles that most universities accidentally destroy. If you understand them, you might never study the same way again. Let's start with an uncomfortable question. If students have unlimited resources, why do so many struggle to learn deeply? You can open 50 browser tabs in seconds, watch lectures at 2 times speed, download summaries, ask AI to explain anything, and yet, most people forget what they studied a week later. Quick question. When was the last time you finished reading a chapter without checking your phone? Yeah, exactly. Modern learning has a strange paradox. The easier information becomes to access, the harder it becomes to actually learn it. And prisoners, strangely enough, solve this problem better than most college students. They do it through 3 mechanisms that rewire the brain. First principle, forced focus. Imagine trying to study while your phone vibrates and notifications appear. You check TikTok for a second. 20 minutes later, you're watching random videos. Your brain is constantly jumping between rewards. Here's the scary part. After an interruption, it can take about 23 minutes to regain full focus. But interruptions happen every few minutes, which means most people never reach real concentration. Now compare that to prison. No internet, no phone, just silence and time. This creates something called deep work, long, uninterrupted concentration. At first, it feels painful. Your brain screams for stimulation, but slowly something strange happens. Your attention span begins to heal. Dense books become easier to read. Your mind stops craving constant distraction. Small question for you. If someone locked your phone away for 7 days, what would happen to your focus? Exactly. But focus alone isn't enough. That's where the second advantage appears. Motivation. Most students study for grades, maybe for a job someday. But prisoners often study for survival. Many prisoners begin learning law to fight their own cases. They read legal documents, study procedure, write appeal, because if they don't understand the system, they stay inside. Suddenly, studying isn't optional anymore. It's survival. Psychologists call this desirable difficulty. When something truly matters, your brain flags that information as critical. It encodes it deeper and remembers it longer. Think about your own life. You probably forgot most lectures you heard in school, but you still remember embarrassing moments from years ago. Why? Emotion, stakes, urgency. When the brain believes something matters, it records it permanently. Some prisoners end up studying 10, 12, even 15 hours a day, not because they love textbooks, but because the alternative is worse. Now here's the third advantage, and it might be the most surprising one: scarcity. Students today have unlimited learning resources, courses, videos, articles, tutorials, AI explanation. Sounds amazing, but it creates a hidden problem. When information is unlimited, learning becomes shallow. You skim, jump between sources, half learn everything. Now imagine the opposite. You only have 3 books. That's it. No Google, no search bar, no backup explanation. If you don't understand something, you read it again and again and again. This creates depth. Psychologists call a related phenomenon the Google effect. If your brain knows information can be searched later, it doesn't bother storing it. So here's the recap. Prisoners often learn faster because their environment forces 3 powerful conditions: deep focus, real stakes, and limited resources. Ironically, modern education often removes all 3. If you want to build real focus again, watch the next video where I break down how to reset your dopamine system and train your brain for deep work. But before you leave, answer this in the comments. Be honest. How long can you study without checking your phone?